Good morning, students. I have already completed 60 foreign expressions, foreign words and phrases and their meanings. In this class, from 61 to 75 foreign expressions, foreign vocabulary, I will explain you each and every one. Some of the easiest ones vocabulary also is there. Some vocabulary is more difficult. Please try to understand very clearly. The foreign words and phrases mainly I have been teaching. This is the class 5, part 5. 4 parts I have been completed. This is the part 5, part number 5. In this part number 5, from 61 to 75 should be discussed in this session. In this session, the foreign origin words which are mostly came from Latin words and phrases. I have been discussing only Latin words phrases, and then we go to the French words also. From 61, these are all have been completed. The 61 foreign word which is going to discuss here. First one is per capita. Per capita means, what is the meaning of the per capita here? The meaning of the per capita here, the word is there, per capita. Primo, up to primo, I have completed in the 4 classes, 4 parts. In the 5th part, this is the 61, number 61 foreign expression. Per capita means per head. That is the meaning of the per capita. This is a easy one. We should all know about this. Here, the meaning is for each person or in relation to people equally to each individual or individually, and then per capita means relating or applied to each person, and then if you express an amount per capita, if you express an amount per capita, we should that amount for each person. That means each person or each individually it is distributed, per capita income. The per capita, for example, the per capita income per head means for each person, the per capita income in the country is very low. Per unit of a population, it is divided into per unit of a population. That is a easy context. We should easily understand. That next foreign expression is per diem. Per diem means per day. Per diem means per day, for each day, are used in financial context. It has done or produced or occurring in each day, or an allowance or payment per day, or payment made for each day. The term also refers to the amount, the money paid to employees. And for example, per day, how should we earn? That is the income per day. We should earning the income. For example, we are doing any activity, a field farmers and field workers, they have done some of the work, they earned per day. For diem means per day. That is, you should remember. For example, the city officials received per diem payments every day. Some of the laborers, so they should not bear. We should give the amount of for monthly amount. They have depend on each and every homely needs, because we should give them per day which they have earned. That is the meaning of that. In generally in cities and villages also, city officials received per diem payments, means per day payments. And then next foreign the expression is percent. Percent means per head, per 100, sorry, per 100. Percent by a specified amount, or for every 100. For every 100, one part in every 100. Latin for centum. Centum means by 100. Centum means. It came from derived Latin word. It derived from centum. Centum means by 100 is a number or a ratio expressed as a fraction of 100. It is often denoted. It is often denoted using the percent. Percent, you should write like this, percent. It is also denoted like this abbreviation, or PC or PC. This is the percent abbreviated words, and we should understand the percent means per 100. These are the easiest vocabulary. And then we go to the probo publico. That is the another foreign expression, probo publico. Publico means for public good, for the sake of good, for the benefit of the people, for the public good, for the welfare of the people. This is the difficult word. These are all per capita, per diem, per percent. We should all know in generally in day-to-day life we are using. But this word regarding to foreign expression, probo publico. Probo publico means for the public good or the public welfare. The offering of our free services to the public. Being involving or doing professionally, especially in legal work, donated. We donated. We contributed especially for the public good. Donates work undertaken for the public good without charge. That is more important. Without charge, without taking any charge, without any taking money, especially legal work for clients. We have free of cost. That is for the good of for the welfare of the people. We have done something as service, our service to the public. It is called probo publico. That is the meaning of the foreign expression probo publico. For example, he did some probo work. Probo work means doing something welfare of the people. That means he did some probo work in order to, why did he has done that work? In order to establish a relationship with the potential clients. Some of the service motive citizens are there in our society. They are good people. They are the God's gifts. So they have been doing service for the public. That type of persons are needed in our country. They are doing their service without taking any fee, without taking any charge. They are born for the welfare of the society, for the doing good for the public. They are offering free service to the public. That is the probo publico. And then we go to the next pro rata. This is this one is a foreign expression of pro rata, in proportionate. It is also easy one. In proportional, proportionally, a process where whatever is being allocated will be distributed in equal portions. We have to distribute in equal portions in proportionate. That is pro rata. Pro rata means if something is given out to a people on a pro rata basis. The government has given each and every scheme to the public on the pro rata basis. It is not favor one community, one group. The government has treated each and every citizen as equally. It means it is organizing an amount to one person according to their share of the whole. What did they get their share? They have distributed a process where whatever is being allocation or will be allocation means distribution will be distributed in equal portions. That is important. Generally, parents also they have allocated, they have distributed their property to their sons equally. That is a moral thing in our society, in our country. That is called pro rata, giving the proportionally, giving the share of the whole, all to equal proportion. That is more important. It is a pro rata. That means next idiom, foreign expression is pro tempore. Pro tempore. It is not temper. It is a wrong one. Pro tempore. TEMPORE. Pro tempore. This one is for the time being. Pro tempore means short period. Pro tem. It is the short form is it is expansion from pro tem. We also pro tem speaker in assembly. They are elected. Only the pro tem speaker has been conducting the assembly in a short period. The real speaker will up to come. That is the short pro tem. That means short for the time being. It is a temporary or temporarily. Temporarily it is for a short time. In the meantime, it is impermanent, not a permanent. That is the pro tempore, for the time being. What is the explanation about this pro tempore? Pro tem. That is a short form, pro tem. Pro tem means, for example, she is serving as a judge pro tempore. That means he has been done a temporary doing his duty for a time being. In the meantime, that is the meaning of the foreign expression. She was also elected mayor pro tem during her second term on the council. That means they are performing their duties in meantime. It is temporary. It is not a permanent. For the time being, they have done their duty. That is a pro tempore, but not a pro temper. Pro tempore means it is a full form. The short form is pro tem. And next one is we go to the next one. Next one PACCAVI. PACCAVI. That is means Pekavi. Here the pronunciation of this foreign expression, mostly students when they have seen, they have excited, they feel very difficult about the foreign words. They are very easy to understand. It is not a difficult thing. Mainly we should know the pronunciation. For example, this one is Pekavi. Pekavi means I have sinned. Sin of opposite to virtue. I have sinned. Sin means a wrongdoing work to the society, to the human being or any living organ. That is the sin. But the confession of guilt, that guilt means sin. I have sinned means it is an acknowledgement of sin used colloquially. Colloquially means in a informal language to express our confession or a acknowledgement of an offense. Sorry, an offense. If you done an offense, we have done a sin or guilty or guilt. For example, I am guilty, it is my fault. Having done guilty, I have done, I have sinned. When we have done any fraud or any offense in the society, that means we have done sin. That means I have sinned, I am guilty, it is my fault. That is called pekavi. Pekavi means that is the meaning of foreign expression. And this one is very, both two foreign expressions are Latin derived words per annum, per mensum. Per annum means per year. Per year used to, generally it is a financial context. We have to use per annum, means annually or each year, used in business when referring to an amount that is produced or sold or spent each year. How much amount we have spending for each year per annum, how much product we have produced the company per annum, how much amount we have to spend. These are the per year. It is used mainly in the financial context. Per annum, this is a foreign expression, per annum. For example, a magazine subscription is nearly 2,000 per annum. For example, we have earned salary nearly 5 lakhs per annum. Per annum means per year, each and every year. That is the meaning of per annum. And then we go to the next per mensum. Per mensum, mensum means for monthly. Per monthly. Per monthly, every month or by the month, in each month or monthly. Monthly, how much money, how much salary do you get? Some of the person, they said, he said, I got monthly salary, means per mensum, I got, for mensum, I got 10,000 rupees. I have been earning for 10,000 rupees per mensum. That means per month, per month. That is the meaning of the, it is a simple words, both are per annum and per mensum. The next word is persona grata. That is the important word. It has been asked many competitive examination. Persona grata means an acceptable person. An acceptable person means persona grata. An acceptable means, for example, especially in diplomat, acceptable to certain others, personally acceptable and personally welcomed person. A person who is acceptable or welcome, especially to a foreign government. For example, we should nowadays due to the COVID-19 from foreign countries, we are not welcome. When we are conducting Republic Day celebrations, we invite some guests in foreign countries, in other countries. That means all acceptable person, and persona grata means an acceptable person. An acceptable person means he agreed to become persona grata. It has also short form, persona grata, PG. He agreed to become persona grata. Persona grata means, for example, the club has elected its president. All the members are acceptable, particular person. He is the persona grata. Persona grata means who is welcomed, who is acceptable person for all members. For example, the political party is there, a regional or national party. They have been selected one of the president. The president has been is a persona grata. is a acceptable person to their party members activity. That is the meaning of persona grata. The opposite of the persona grata is persona non grata. Persona non grata means, what is the meaning of the persona non grata? Persona non grata means this is the antonym of persona grata. Persona non grata means person not welcomed, not he is an unacceptable person, unwelcomed person. The term in diplomatic sense are referring to a foreign person who is entering or remaining in a certain country is prohibited by that country. Nowadays, COVID-19 effect is, we are prohibited some of the foreign countries members. That is persona non grata. If someone becomes or is declared persona non grata, they become unwelcome. We should not accept to enter our country. To enter our country, to come our country, to receive our country, he is called persona grata. That means persona grata means an unwelcomed person, unacceptable person, and we are not invited that person. That is called persona non grata. It is opposite of persona grata. That is the meaning of the foreign expressions. And then post meridiem, we already known AM, PM, post meridiem. Post meridiem also we should write small letters also. PM, it is also right thing. Not only capital letters. So this pattern is also right. Post meridiem. Post meridiem means being afternoon. In the afternoon. In the afternoon. After the noon, it is called post meridiem. This is a PM is a short form. The abbreviation, the full form is post meridiem. For example, we have started the class at 3 p.m. And it is not in the morning session, it is the evening session. For example, my father came to my home at 5 p.m. He came at the evening, not early morning 5 o'clock. That is the meaning of the PM means post meridiem. Next, the word, the foreign expression, the foreign expression is quantum. Quantum. Quantum means, what is the meaning of the quantum? Quantum means, here the meaning is there. What is the meaning of the quantum? Quantum means quantity or amount. One meaning. That is the one meaning. Quantum means quantity or amount. Quantity or amount. Quantum means quantum, quantity or amount. That is one of the meaning. One more meaning is portion or allotment, allocation or measure or share amount. And then something that is very great. Another meaning is something that is very great and sudden increase its size, its amount, its quality. That is the quantum means a sudden increase, spectacular increase, sudden increase. That is the meaning of quantum. One meaning, as a noun, it is a amount or share or portion or allotment or allocation or measure. That is the plural form of the quantum is quanta, Q-U-A-N-T-A, quanta. This is the plural form. It is a irregular plural form. Quantum is a singular, quanta is a plural. The meaning of another meaning is sudden increase. Something that is a very great and sudden increase in its either size, increase in size or increase in amount or increase in quality. For example, nowadays COVID vaccine, the vaccine is COVID vaccine is represented as quantum leap in health care. Quantum leap means a sudden increase, sudden demand has been created. Many people, they are waiting for the COVID vaccine. That means The COVID vaccine represents quantum leap in health care. It is a quantum improvement. Some of the person, they started business, they are earning much and more money. The benefits are, the advantages are, they are getting advantages, they are getting more profit. That company, that shop, that business have quantum leap. That means sudden increase their income, spectacular income, sudden increase. That is the meaning of quantum. And then next word is, we go to the next word, that word is quid pro quo. This is more important word. It has given many examinations, many competitive examinations. Quid pro quo. It comes to international relations. Quid pro quo between the countries and nations. Here the general meaning is, informal language has given tit for tat. That is one of the meaning. For example, quid pro quo means a favor or advantage granted in return for something. This is a mutual understanding, mutual interchange or equivalent or exchange. What for what? Something for something or equivalent. Exchange of goods. When we are going to international relations between the nations, between the countries, exchange of goods or services in which one transfer is transferring our goods and we get their goods. That is more important. And then it is a gift. It is a gift or advantage that is given to someone in return for a something that they have done. They share a great deal of information in a quid pro quo basis. That is the meaning. Quid pro quo means exchange of our goods, exchange of our products, something for something, equivalent, exchange of goods, exchange of services in which one transfer to. That is the meaning of the quid pro quo. We give something, instead of that we get something. That is the quid pro quo relation, mutual relation, interchangeable and exchange of relations. That is the meaning of quid pro quo. And then in this session, the last one is a simple thing. That is a foreign expression, code error, Facieնդum. Facieնդum, QEF. A short abbreviation is there, QEF. This is the QEF means what was to be done. What should be done? What should be done? It is to indicate the end of justification and construction. What was to be done? What was to be done? What has taken place? What has taken place? It is called quod erat faciendum. That is the meaning. What was to be done? What happened? What happened? That is the meaning of the this foreign expression. Dear students, I have been explaining to you nearly 75 foreign expressions. Some more expressions are there. They are Latin derived words. After completion of the Latin derived vocabulary or expressions or terms, next we go to French derived words. Okay, thank you each and everyone. Goodbye all of you.